get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And now the breakaway. Well timed, excellent interception.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
Pinches it off him. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, the Spanish really have been churning out some genuine quality at left-back, and this guy, Alex Grimaldo, is another one of them. I think the modern game has allowed him to do what fullbacks are doing generally. They're thriving in terms of getting forward, getting into deep opposition space, and he's one that can't resist any opportunity to make those penetrating runs.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Up he goes! And he's done it! It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Thuram demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, they could break here. Knocks it into space. And he welcomes it in. Chance, surely! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Melbourne City are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
João Neves. Thuram! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Thuram is offering a wry smile there.
Well, they scored their first goal from a corner. What about now? Tries to play it through. Delivery. It's a mighty effort! Oh, crossbar! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. The pass has gone astray. Melbourne City have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in the driving seat. 2-0 the score. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Melbourne City have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Szoboszlai, can he spark a counter here? Partey. And here's Thuram.
That's good play from him.
Shot could be on. Mbappe. Nicely weighted ball. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Bellingham picks it up out wide. Eze. Hakimi. Oh, easy pickings there. Merino. Thuram. There's the shot! Grimaldo. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Oh, shooting chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Thuram might just make this. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And that's another good win of the ball. Now it's Eze, and it's Grimaldo. Konate. Melbourne City looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Half-time getting close now.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the... Decent chance! Really well taken goal. A goal at a really telling moment. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
2 added minutes.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Quality ball. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And here's Eze. João Neves. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half.
And we come to you now with a quick
It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Melbourne City are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. There's the start of the second half. Merino. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Thuram. Szoboszlai.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Real chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Melbourne City have their third corner. And it's hoisted clear. Grimaldo stood his ground strongly. It's just beyond his reach. Osimhen. And it's Szoboszlai. Engages and forces him off the ball. Great vision. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Cucurella. Can he get on the end of this? Just about up to the hour now. Thuram. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Melbourne City have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Osserman. Number 3, Soberslide.
It'll be a throw-in.
Field, number 8, number 16, Thurman. Substitution in progress.
Talinia does really well to win the ball there. Lewandowski chasing after it. Thuram. Bellingham. Bellingham. And it's Mendes. And it's Van Dijk.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bellingham. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Bellingham. Ferran Torres receives it in a good position here.
Melbourne City surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Looking to play him in. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Cucurella is in a really good position. Thuram! And the lead stays intact, just.
Thuram absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that. Ferran Torres really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Ferran Torres. And he shoots! Sticks it away! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. No space, no problem, you just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Araujo. Pass somewhat off target. Passing is crisp and sharp. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's been cut out, well played. Now, what about a counter-attack? And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Melbourne City are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. A win achieved with efficiency and certainty, as we've come to expect from them.
And we come to you now with a quick
Your final
request for
thoughts, Jim?
support.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Big header! Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And it's Eze. Oh, played through for the wide man. Now that's well seen too. Osimhen looks to get on the end of this. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I would have to say Victor Osimhen, Peter. Africa has always produced some outstanding striking talents, and this is the man I see as the latest in that line. He's fast, he's powerful, he's very athletic, and he looks the perfect man if you want to hit on the counter-attack.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. João Neves. Oh, good-looking ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Eze. Looking for the run. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Now it's Thuram. Tapsoba does really well to win the ball there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Knocks it into space.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Merino. And here's Thuram. Melbourne City yet to have an attempt on goal. Grimaldo. Mbappe. Melbourne City disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Can he get on the end of this? João Palhinha. Grimaldo. Mbappe going face to face with his great rival. And they can counter here. Tapsoba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Grimaldo. Tapsoba. And here's Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cucurella. Palhinha did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the pass is intercepted. Eze receives it in a good position here. There's the shot! And he's done it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
That's headed upfield. And the counter is on. Eze. And here's Mbappe.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Grimaldo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And he's had it nicked away. Tries to play it through. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point.
And the score is 1-0.
Now that looks a decent ball. João Palhinha. Can he spark a counter here? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Melbourne City are totally dominant.
And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Reflections on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Melbourne City head for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Merino.
João Neves. It's Thuram. Nicely weighted. Can he finish? Thuram might just make this. Tapsoba. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, sweet feet.
And here's Eze. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Merino. Osimhen, he is onto this. Merino. And the shot! He scores! They have come roaring back.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Melbourne City really just need to be careful for the next 10 minutes or so, deal with the pressure and come again.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Merino. Sanchez cuts it out, and there's his chance to lead the counter. And that was nowhere near his best. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Partey. Well read, nice interception. Thuram chasing after it. Well timed, excellent interception. Melbourne City have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement.
And the finish! And that has been cleared. Cucurella. And he's managed to get free. He came in hard, very hard. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. João Palhinha. Grimaldo. Eze. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Strong running down that left flank, delivered across.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
Number
benches.
27, Morgan Rogers. Number 22, Mikel Merino. Coming on the field.
And it's
number
Neves.
8.
Threads one in.
He's had a shot.
It's bounced back off the post.
Right. Substitution.
Now, can they get him away? Soboslai. Rice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That is ended up in no man's land. And he cuts out the supply. And it's Mendes. They'll have one final crack at it. And here's Neves. Tries to pass it through.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, they can break here. Great vision. Now this could be a chance. And a chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Looking to play him in. Can he get it through? This looks promising. Rice driving forward. And he shoots! That's it, we're going to get 30 minutes more.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
And a quick reminder today to please
fitness
take all
and
the
fatigue, the key
documents
factors
located by the
now
entrance
as we
gate.
head for
Thank
extra
you very
time.
much for your cooperation. Substitution in progress.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Partey. Nuno Mendes. Now it's Ferran Torres. He's being urged to shoot. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Mendes concedes a free kick for that. Good read, needed to be. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, what a ball! That's really well cleared. Araujo. Now it's Thuram. That is lovely. Partey, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aimed beyond the defence. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Partey. Looking for options for movement.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Szoboszlai. Thuram. Has a look and place it forward. They've reached the midway point in extra time.
Please make sure to watch the screen.
Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Substitution on the field. Number 7, Partey.
And so the last chance to find a winner. They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end?
Coming on the field.
Turns and goes back.
Number 14,
Skims one in.
Rodri.
Tries to get it clear.
Alex Grimaldo.
Grimaldo.
Number 24,
And they've got it again.
Reece
Bellingham.
Number
Grimaldo.
16, Fermin.
Bellingham. He's a sharp little ball here. Bellingham. He rises! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
And he's being shifted off it. Palhinha cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Now it's Pulisic. And here's Thuram. And it's Bellingham. Thuram and the shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
It's a pretty loose pass. He's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
There's the header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Van Dijk really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Desperate defending required here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Ferran Torres. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Nuno Mendes crosses it in, and Dijk can get it clear, and that's that. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Quality ball. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This fella, Partey's evolved into one of the finest all-round midfielders in the game, and it's no wonder he's been coveted by so many of the elite clubs. I think he's a perfect blend of physicality and finesse, and I must admit that I got things wrong. I thought he was pretty much just a defensive midfield player. He has everything in his game.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Well read, and the danger is averted. Ruben Neves. He's a sharp little ball here. And it's Neves. Melbourne City getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. Grimaldo. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Thinks about the Thuram! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Short changes him with that pass. Looking to play him in. Has a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He rises! Decent enough try.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
João Neves. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Melbourne City are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And here's Thuram. Can he get it through? Mingueza gets across and deals with it. Thuram chasing after it. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pass somewhat off target. Grimaldo. And Sanchez. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Cross goes in, climbs up big! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Nicely shaped ball. Well read, nice interception. Half an hour played now. João Neves. Jose. Can he get on the end of this? He's in a great position here, and it's played in. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oscar Mingueza. And it's João Palhinha. Grimaldo. Ruben Neves. Now that looks a decent ball. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And he welcomes... Great chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Joao Palhinha.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Neatly clipped into space.
Well played and well cleared.
Joao Palhinha. And it's Grimaldo. That looks a good ball through. Takes a shot! Ruben Neves. Over to the left. Grimaldo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Grimaldo. Mbappe. Now Joao Neves. Melbourne City finding their passes. And the first half is done. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Here we go again then.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe. Eze. Grimaldo. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Mbappe. Incoming delivery. And that's out of reach. Mbappe, spread out to the left. Oh, that's nice. Grimaldo has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Mbappe! Joao Palhinha. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. Konate. And he's intervened well there. Ruben Neves. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that was nowhere near his best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's been played through. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shoots! Oh, taken with style! Really tidily gathered, and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Melbourne City have taken the lead.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
He's had it taken off him.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Eze. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah.
Can he finish? It's in! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Melbourne City are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's had it nicked away.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Ferran Torres. Bellingham. Van Dijk getting this one clear. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Van Dijk. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Ferran Torres. Aimed beyond the defence. Might be danger here. Can he stop it going out? And the finish! Yes! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Hello attendees, this is a Lost Children's announcement. Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise
Hello,
of a
everybody,
match that
and
will
welcome
really
to
get the
today's
juices
match.
flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here?
Oh, it's come off the upright.
And it's Rice.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual to...
Osimhen! And he has kept it out somehow.
Osimhen is offering a Rice smile there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the keeper beats it away. Konate. James.
Oh, good take in a good area.
Mbappe. Grimaldo. And it's Neves. Knocks it into space.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Keeper's dealt with that. Melbourne City have the chance to go the other way. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's Thuram. He's had a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That has not gone well. Aims beyond the defence.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicely weighted ball. Now this could be a chance. An instinctive delivery. Terrific header!
Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Osimhen. Rice. Chooses to go cross-field. Melbourne City yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Thuram.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
João Palhinha. Oh, Red, nice interception. It's a pretty loose pass. Thinks about the shot. Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in.
Oh, that was vital.
Rice. Grimaldo. Looking to play him in. Now it's Rice.
He's got a... and a shot!
Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's quick to get it clear again. Mingueza gets a foot in here. Cross goes in there. Tries to get it clear. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sanchez calmly anticipates.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Grimaldo. Can he finish? It's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Rice is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Can he finish? And again! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Melbourne City really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Keeper has taken decisive action. And now they can spring out of defence.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Throw it. Out again for a throw-in. And that has been cleared. Oscar Mingueza. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And the second half gets underway.
Melbourne City really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Rice, out to the right. João Neves. And there's his chance to lead the counter. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! It's in! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Melbourne City grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. He's on it. Can he get away? Takes a shot! No mistake! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Haaland really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Substitution.
Melbourne City choosing to make the first change.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Partey. It's a good-looking delivery.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Mbappe was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Melbourne City are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
João Neves. Great defending, strong and determined. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Played into space out wide. Just too much on that. Rice. Chance here to counter. Now James. And he cuts out the supply. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to play it, and the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He is just caressing the ball. And that is out of play.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Osimhen.
Ah, good steal, he just read it.
Number 18, Mbappe. Substitution in progress.
Into the last quarter of an hour. And it's Mendes. Mendes charging forward, the ball at his feet.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Can he get it through? Crosses it in. Thuram is herring after that one. Thuram. That has ended up in no man's land. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Rice. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Into the last 5 minutes. And it's Rice. Great vision. Good read, needed to be.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Great ball if he can get there. This looks promising.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Partey. He won't be happy with that one. And Grimaldo. Over to the left. And that will be it. Melbourne City have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it.
Well, how will we look back on that?
Well, what a difference a half can make, Peter. And the second half saw this team full of courage and energy. It's very impressive how this team turned it all around.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Danger averted for now.
Oh, what a mistake! And it's Neves.
Driving on and making good progress.
Looking for options for movement.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
Oscar Mingueza. Melbourne City are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now.
In with the challenge.
Grimaldo. Now it's Thuram.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
They want to be quick to recover this. Now that is commitment to the cause.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's gone looking for safety. He's having a go! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Looking to play him in. Thuram. Grimaldo. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And the counter is on.
Bellingham. Partey. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Alex Grimaldo puts a cross in. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Now that's a lovely exchange. Chance! He's delivered all right! A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
It's a searching pass.
That's beautifully weighted.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Rice. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now that looks a decent ball.
Out to the right.
He is just caressing the ball. And he whips it in. Oh, what has happened here? And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Mbappe. Grimaldo has it in a wide position. He's tried one! Just swings wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Mbappe does really well there. He is strong.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Good ball, good take. Look at the space here. Mbappe! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Reflections on the first half?
Melbourne City really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Melbourne City ahead 2-0 and they are looking good. And the second half gets underway. Partey. Grimaldo. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Konate. Bellingham. Mbappe. João Palhinha. João Neves. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's on his way! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's picked it up out wide. He's got full. It's there! And the second half is off to a flyer! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Thuram demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Thuram. That's a little off target. Thuram under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Thuram's cross.
Substitution in progress.
Melbourne City can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
João Palhinha. Melbourne City are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Now he's off and running.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Knocks it into space.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Ferran Torres.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's being shifted off it. Partey.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough.
And that is a good ball to find him.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Played into space out wide.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now it's Bellingham. Can he get it through?
Oh, good take and a good error.
And a chance!
And that could come back to haunt them.
Thuram was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop!
Substitution on the field. Number 18, Mbappe. Number 13, Alex Grimaldo. Number 24,
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Number 11, Bellingham. Coming on the field, number
Corner
21,
number 2 then.
Osimhen. Number 17, Cucurella.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Szoboszlai. Number 15, Eze. Substitutions taking place.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Eze. Played out towards the right wing. Szoboszlai plays it in.
Cleared.
Oh, he's been caught napping.
Cucurella has been caught there. It's a foul. There's obvious upset over that challenge. You can see the players face to face. Let's hope this doesn't escalate. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position.
They're taking a moment to consider their options. Punched away. Spread out to the left. Now the delivery. Up he goes!
Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
He's a sharp little ball here. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Cucurella.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Added time.
Partey.
And we're done. Melbourne City pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
A good show, Peter. A good show of character, a good show of resilience. This is a team that was never going to be intimidated by the crowd and their opposition, and it was thoroughly professional.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to... He's had a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Produces a cross. Rodri wins the duel this time. And he shoots! Oh, superb reflexes from the keeper.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Melbourne City are looking to go forward now. And he's got his cross in. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Quality ball. That's been cut out, well played. That's a sharp pass. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've heard only good things about this player, João Neves, Peter. He's very good under pressure, plays with an awful lot of courage, always wants to get on the ball, and positionally, very, very sound. He's a real asset for any team at number 6 or an 8.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Always onto this.
Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Quality ball. And that is a little undercooked.
Out to the left it goes.
Now it's Tonali.
Here comes the cross.
Thuram
Finds himself offside.
Eze. He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Thuram. Melbourne City are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Thuram. And it's Grimaldo. Tonali. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He has a look up. And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. An instinctive... Oh, what a climb! And another try! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then.
Thuram is there and he can get that clear.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe receives it in a wide position.
He's shifting through the gears here.
Can he finish?
It's in! First blood drawn. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
So we have our breakthrough.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford...
He gets big! They've done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
He won't be happy with that one. Aims beyond the defence. Grimaldo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chance to deliver.
Big header! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Sanchez. Great defending, strong and determined.
Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hakimi. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Thuram. Oh, nicely intercepted.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Tries to pass it through. Rodri. Searching pass he's played there. He's found a way through. Shot, surely! No. And we've reached half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Melbourne City are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
You'll be able to catch today's match broadcast live on our club's FM station.
So it's back to business. Grimaldo. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
James has created one goal already. João Neves. Rodri gets a foot in here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. James. João Neves.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's James. Rodri. Now Tonali. He's on it, can he get away? Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Thuram. He's through, now is he in? Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Well, I suppose from the opposition's viewpoint, this was to be avoided.
Going for goal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
60 minutes played. Look at the space here. He is through here. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Melbourne City really could have done without this.
Substitution in progress.
This to complete the turnaround. Terrific save by Manuel. Oh, important interception. João Neves. Melbourne City perhaps contemplating their next change here.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right.
Now it's Eze. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Eze.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Sanchez gets across to intercept that. Tapsoba. Lewandowski is herring after that one. James. Flashes it up. He's got full. That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Substitution on the field. Number 21.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Coming on the field is number 20. Substitutions taking place.
Konate. Rice. And it's João Palhinha. Thinks about the shot. Nuno Mendes. Oh, smashing header! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Lewandowski fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Tonali. Luka. Nice interception, well timed. Lewandowski might just make this. Grimaldo. Luka. Little pass back. Now he's got space here. No luck with that dink over the top. It's a searching pass. It's played through for him. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Substitution on the field. Number 13, Alex Grimaldo. Number 27,
Intercepts the throw. That's well read.
Number
It's
24,
Bellingham. Looking to play him in. Thuram! And that is doing no harm at all.
Number 11, Bellingham. Number 3, Szoboszlai.
Hakimi calmly anticipates. And here's Eze. That's a super give and go. Looking for options for movement.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Nuno Mendes. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Time.
Hakimi spots it and intercepts. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Melbourne City finding their passes. Luka.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage.
The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes.
Those of you making their way home on public transportation today, please watch the screen for train departure times from all local major stations. Substitution.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. It's a good run down the right. And here's Pulisic. Mendes receives it in a good position here. Incoming delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely aimed pass. Pulisic. And a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! Late in the day, this could well be it! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Substitution on the field. Number 10.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Melbourne City, he rises! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, that's the response the crowd were looking for, Peter, and it's applause all round us here. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pulisic going face-to-face with his great rival. Tonali. And it's Cucurella. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cleared without complication. He's gone direct here. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Ferran Torres. Mendes looking to run onto it. Now it's Rice. Rodri goes direct. Nice physical challenge. Extra time reaches half-time.
Please join me in
Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Substitution on the field. Number 2, Tonali. Coming on the field is number 15, Eze.
And we're off for the final time. They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end?
Konate promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Eze. Great vision. Hakimi kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Out of play for a throw.
Hakimi. Pulisic is onto it in a flash.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
He's not got that quite right.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Ferran Torres. The ball's gone astray. Back they go.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Rice.
Rice looking to penetrate opposition lines. And that's it. There's the shot! It's there! And this is getting better and better.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important...
Gets his head on it!
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Oh, that's really clever body movement to get the keeper to commit, and having done the hard part, that's hard to believe.
Rice looking to penetrate opposition lines. Lovely ball and a real chance now.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Matheus Cunha, Hakimi kept his eye on it, and he's there. He has found the way through. Steaming on goalwards.
Fired deep towards them. He gets big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He's in a great position here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. João Palhinha.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Ah, looks a smashing ball. It's a ball kick. Whistle's gone, that's foul. That's a quick free kick.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. Sanchez gets across to intercept that. Hakimi. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. That is ended up in no man's land.
Shot could be on.
Oh, wait.
Shapes to shoot! Goal!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation. And he was never going to miss that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Now it's Lukaku.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Gravenberg.
And it's Rice.
That's going to go a long way. Well, they've got it again.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Hakimi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Looking for options for movement.
And he's onside. Oh, what a climb! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well read, nice interception.
Rice.
Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Mbappe.
Big chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
A case now of complete control.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
Those of you making their way home
It's an
on
eye-catching
public
scoreline,
transportation
but
today,
it's a
please
fair
watch the
reflection
screen
on
for
what we've
train
just seen
departure
in this
times
first
from all
half,
local
Peter.
major stations.
Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Melbourne City have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed 45 minutes, and they have raced into a 3-goal lead. And we're off again. Rice. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Rice. Good ball, good take. And the shot's on here. Real chance! Great football, shot and save.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And it's been taken short. Back when it goes. And it's Rice. Takes a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Caicedo driving through the middle. He's in space and looking for options. Showing great feet there. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's intervened well there. Over to the other side. That's a little off target.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Rice. He shifted it to the flank. And he's on a charge. Matheus Cunha. Nice interception, well timed.
Matheus Cunha really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Nicely intercepted. Defending was strong and firm. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Lukaku. Great vision. He's having a shot! No mistake! And they are right back within touch! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution on the field. Number 10,
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Morgan Rogers.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Number 11.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Coming on the field.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
18, Erling Haaland. Number 22, Bellingham.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
Number 12, Edmund Tapsoba. Number 41, Rice. Substitutions taking place.
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Melbourne City really could have done without this. Now, power or placement? And that's one back! Not much more than a formality.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Melbourne City still have the cards to affect this game. And there's green grass ahead. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
This has become one superb game of football.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
And it's Bellingham.
Kimmich. And here's the chance to counter.
Szoboszlai.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Kimmich. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
Substitution on the field.
All
Number
hands
20,
on deck for this one.
Joel Palhinha. Coming on to replace him is number 13,
Szoboszlai with the short one.
Partey.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And the shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof!
There will be 5
And that will
minutes
surely
added
go
time.
down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
He's picked his way through. Tapsoba. And it's Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. And we're done. Melbourne City illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with, but as we have seen so many times, they ended up with nothing.
And we'd like to inform you now that the latest
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Melbourne City just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.